Luffy and his team set out to rescue Sanji, but Sanji is already in Big Mom's territory, where a forced marriage is being planned for him. Meanwhile, Luffy, starving, ends up eating a poisonous fish, but Sanji's brother Yanji and sister Reiju save his life. Reiju extracts the poison with her lips, and then both of them leave. Meanwhile, the Sun Pirates are secretly watching the Straw Hat crew. But Jim reveals the secret of Big Mom's territory, Whole Cake Island, which consists of a main island and 34 smaller islands, each controlled by different ministers. When the crew arrives at Cocoa Island, they meet Sanji's fiancée, Pudding. Pudding assures them that she will help Sanji meet them and escape. Through Pudding, they learn that Big Mom has had 43 husbands and 85 children, and her entire pirate crew is made up of her own family members. Meanwhile, Big Mom throws a tantrum when she doesn't get a special dessert and starts attacking her own family. However, Straussen arrives just in time to calm her down. Later, Straussen decides to leave Big Mom's crew because he now wants to support Luffy, but Big Mom, furious, forces him to play a deadly fate roulette game where each spin results in a punishment. Straussen gets scared and backs out. After many complications, Luffy and his team reach Cake Island, where they encounter strange living objects and Big Mom's daughter Brûlée, who is the user of the Mirror fruit. She separates Luffy and his friends and captures Chopper and Carrot. Luffy and Nami then meet Big Mom's second husband, Jinbei, who reveals that Big Mom is the user of the Soul fruit, allowing her to extract souls from people and embed them into objects, bringing them to life. Then, Cracker, one of Big Mom's 3 strongest commanders, appears. His bounty is 860 million, and he is the user of the Biscuit fruit, allowing him to create biscuit warriors stronger than steel. Luffy fights him using Gear 4, but gets exhausted against the Biscuit army. At that moment, Nami uses her Rain ability to soften the biscuits, giving Luffy an advantage. Luffy finally goes all out and defeats Cracker in his Tank Man form, sending him flying straight into Cake Island. Meanwhile, Big Mom has ordered Caesar Clown to complete the formula for giantification within 2 weeks, or she will take his life. But Caesar knows he can't do it, so he starts planning his escape. At the same time, Germa 66 also arrives at Cake Island. Germa is a mobile kingdom, a massive cluster of ships. Sanji has a terrible relationship with his family and fights his younger brother Yanji and father Judge. He defeats Yanji, but loses to his father. Judge is a scientist who once worked with Vegapunk and has created genetically modified super soldiers. Sanji's 3 brothers, Ichiji, Niji, and Yanji, are all genetically enhanced and have bullied Sanji since childhood. Judge has no love for Sanji and considers him a disgrace to the family. Only Sanji's mother and sister, Reiju, cared for him, but his mother passed away, and Reiju couldn't openly help him for her own safety. Finally, Reiju secretly gives Sanji a chance to escape. In the present, Sanji is going to meet Pudding in front of Big Mom, while Luffy is desperate to stop him. Luffy confronts Sanji, but Sanji, showing no emotions, starts attacking him and knocks him to the ground. Sanji declares that he will not return to the Straw Hat crew and walks away. As Sanji leaves, Luffy yells, "If you don't come back, I'll stay right here and only eat the food you cook. Sanji, if you're not here, I'll never become the Pirate King." Hearing this, Sanji is shaken inside but hides his emotions and continues moving forward. Meanwhile, preparations for Big Mom and Pudding's wedding are underway, and everyone believes it's a simple alliance, but something much bigger is hidden behind it. Nami and her team are in deep trouble as Big Mom's children surround them. They try to fight together, but Nami alone can't stand against them all. In the end, they are brutally beaten and taken to the Sue world. Meanwhile, Carrot and Chopper are joking around in the Silent World. During this, they manage to defeat Brûlée. Afterward, Chopper takes full control of the Silent World, allowing him to go in and out whenever he wants. On the other side, Brook and Pedro have secretly infiltrated Big Mom's castle to copy the poneglyph. When Brook successfully copies the entire poneglyph, Big Mom suddenly arrives and captures him, making him a part of her collection. Meanwhile, Pedro encounters Egg Baron, revealing that 5 years ago, Pedro had damaged one of his eyes. In retaliation, Big Mom had taken 50 years of Pedro's life, which also resulted in his missing eye. Returning to the present, Pedro sets off a bomb to create a distraction, allowing Chopper to use the Silent World and rescue Pedro. Meanwhile, Pudding reveals her true self to Luffy. She plans to kill Sanji on their wedding day, and Big Mom is only using the Vinsmoke family to steal their technology. It is revealed that everything was a trap from the beginning. After Pudding leaves, Jinbei frees Luffy. Sanji finds his sister Reiju held captive and learns the truth that neither Pudding nor anyone else can trust Big Mom. Pudding had altered Raiju's memories using her memory power, but Sanji tells her the truth. Reiju advises Sanji to escape, but he refuses to abandon his friends. He goes to find Luffy and finds him at the same place where he had previously beaten him. Luffy is extremely weak, but Sanji brings him food. As Luffy eats, Sanji cries and apologizes, saying he cannot return because his family and Zeph are in danger. Luffy remains silent before shouting, "I cannot become the Pirate King without you!" This leaves Sanji emotionally shattered. Meanwhile, Chopper and the team devise a plan to rescue Nami and Brook. They successfully steal Brook from Big Mom's castle and use the Mirror World to communicate with Luffy. Here, Jinbei reveals that Beej was already planning to betray Big Mom. Beej is a mafia boss who rises rises to power by deceiving the strong. He has done the same with Big Mom. The group meets Beej and forms an alliance. Lola's sister, Chiffon, reveals that Big Mom had mistreated her too. It turns out that Lola had refused to marry giant Prince Loki, causing Big Mom to make enemies of the giants. Biggie's plan is to exploit Big Mom's weakness. Her secret is that if Mother Carmel's photo is broken, Big Mom will become vulnerable for a moment. Beej plans to kill her using Caesar's weapons at that moment. Everyone agrees to follow the plan. The next day, the wedding takes place, with many powerful underground figures in attendance. Big Mom's second son, Katakuri, is also present. He is a mochi fruit user with a bounty exceeding 1 billion and possesses the ability to see into the future. Alongside him are Prospero, Daifuku, Oven, and Smoothie. As the wedding begins, Pudding tries to shoot Sanji, but when Sanji compliments her eyes, her emotions shift and she begins crying. At that moment, Luffy launches his attack, but Katakuri, foreseeing the future, foils his plan. Jinbei openly declares to Big Mom that he is leaving her crew. When Big Mom tries to steal his soul, it does not work because Jinbei does not fear her. Meanwhile, Brook secretly breaks Mother Carmel's photo, shocking Big Mom. A flashback reveals Mother Carmel ran an orphanage but secretly worked with the Navy to sell children. She had planned to sell Big Mom too, but one day, after Big Mom indulged in excessive eating, Mother Carmel and all the children mysteriously vanished. This was the moment Big Mom gained the soul fruit power. With the photo broken, Big Mom falls into shock and Beej prepares to attack. However, Big Mom's scream is so powerful that the entire plan fails. Beej and his team attempt to escape, but their mirror shatters, trapping the Vinsmoke family. Judge Vinsmoke is so shocked that he starts crying, but his genetically modified sons remain emotionless. Sanji finally arrives to save his father and brothers, destroying the explosives and freeing them. Everyone hides inside Biga's castle, but Big Mom is now in a complete rage. She starts destroying the castle. The Vinsmoke family prepares to fight and Luffy joins them. Luffy and Big Mom face off, throwing punches at each other, but Big Mom's strength is unmatched. Everyone begins to falter before her. With just one punch, Big Mom defeats Luffy, and the shadow of defeat looms over everyone. Just then, Lone King accidentally drops an ancient treasure chest from Fishman Island. Inside the box is a bomb, which explodes violently and destroys a massive cake. The ground shakes, and amidst the chaos, everyone scatters in different directions. Big Mom goes insane with rage because her favorite cake has been ruined. Her children urge her to chase after Luffy, and she mounts her Thundercloud, Zeus, to hunt him down. With everyone's life in danger, Nami uses her Thunder Egg to lure Zeus. Zeus is so tempted by this lightning treat that he completely forgets about Big Mom and willingly becomes Nami's servant. Nami then uses Zeus's power to strike Big Mom with lightning, giving everyone a chance to escape toward the Thousand Sunny. On the way, Pudding appears and suggests making a new cake with Sanji to calm Big Mom down. After overcoming many obstacles, Luffy and his team finally reach their destination. However, when they arrive at the Sunny, they discover that Prospero and Katakuri have taken control of the ship. Prospero has used his candy ability to trap the Sunny, and Big Mom is closing in fast. Luffy is forced to make a difficult decision. At that moment, Pedro decides to repay his debt by sacrificing himself with a massive explosion. Meanwhile, Big Mom finishes the entire cake and regains her senses. She praises the cake's taste, but her children's mission is still unfinished. They are still chasing the Straw Hat Pirates. Just then, the Sun Pirates suddenly emerge from the sea. They have come to help the Straw Hats and are ready to stop Big Mom's children. Jinbei sees this and decides to stay behind with his former crewmates to fight, ensuring Luffy and his team can escape safely. At this moment, Luffy tells Jinbei, "I'll be waiting for you in Wano. You must come back no matter what." This wasn't just a captain's order, it was a symbol of true friendship and trust. And so, under the protection of the Sun Pirates, the Straw Hat crew successfully escapes Totto Land. Their next destination is Wano Country. Waiting for them, there are Zoro and the rest of the crew, but an even greater danger looms ahead. Yonko, Kaido. With this, the whole Cake Island arc comes to an end. This was the moment when Luffy fought against a Yonko for the first time. The Straw Hat Pirates are not yet at the level to defeat a Yonko, but by battling Cracker and Katakuri, they have shown their growing strength. Additionally, Sanji has returned to the crew, Jinbei has officially joined, Luffy has become stronger, and Pudding's story has ended with a secret buried in Sanji's lost memories. Now, the next chapter unfolds in the Wano arc, where a fierce battle against Kaido awaits.